are bad.
Entertainingly enough, I thought I had went live with the wrong channel. So I wanted to make sure that it hadn't happened. So I double checked, and here we are back again. Still doing the same ridiculousness. Fishing wires.
So I had a lot of trouble. There are 8 wires in this. I've currently got 3 pulled in. I tried just using a stiff piece of 16 gauge as a pull wire, bundling it all together and getting it through, but it wouldn't make the jump into the steering column through this housing. It makes a very minor turn, but that big bundle was just getting caught. And I was freaking out trying to figure out how I was going to do this. And I said I needed string to fish it through. And Mark goes, fishing pole. And I'm like, holy shit. So I tied 8 pieces of, it's like 18-pound test fishing line, just, normal fishing line, to a wire, shoved it through. And now I'm able to tie these wires into the assembly on the end of these wires. Missed the hook.
Yeah.
There's a little spring hook that engages inside the plug that I have to replace these in. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm hooking the fishing line in it, winding a couple of times, then hooking it again. Just to, be able to pull this through. So now I'm good and solid. I pull back so I can figure out which one I need. There it is. Now, every one of these has gone so well, but now that we're filming...
Right, it's going to be a total mess.
Nope, came right through. I couldn't push them through. I couldn't pull them through all in one bundle, but I can pull them this way.
Nice. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
This is the insanity of old cars and
bootstrap mechanics.
Bootstrap mechanics. Yep, exactly.
We don't entirely know what we're doing, but we have a damn good idea.
Yep, that's it.
There's another one. And
Even Hope said, "You are so great, dude. Thanks. We really appreciate that because we feel like total messes half the time." So we really appreciate that kind of feedback. So a like and sub would be awesome. It really helps us with our ridiculousness. This is what we do for entertainment value. These are my toys, this and the Ecto and the Magnum, and the Magnum is still sitting over there, and the Ecto is still there, and and this is what we do.
And the Firebird,
and the Firebird,
but your wife has
the
that
Firebird.
today.
The Firebird, the wife has today. She took it to work. This is what we do for entertainment value. When we have extra time or days off, this is what we do. The Mustang is a pride and joy thing for me. I love this car. This car is a joy for me. I had a 66 Mustang for about 17 years, and it was a 6-cylinder, and I loved it, and I got rid of it before my last divorce, and I've always wanted another one, and when I told my wife, hey, let's buy another one, she was like, okay, cool. When you find one, we'll buy it. And so I found this one, and she was like, okay, let's buy it. And
but you're not getting the name in there.
So this car, entertainingly enough, is called Ricky. And if you go to the Wolves of Glendale, there's a song called Ricky. And it's called, it's called I Bought a Horse.
No, I think it's straight called Ricky.
Oh, maybe it is called Ricky. And that's how this car got its name. So this car is named Ricky. My last 66 Mustang was called Lily, and it was named after a song that my grandparents played called Lily Marlene. My grandparents were both musicians, and they played music for their entire lives. So that's how that car got its name, because I love that song, and so that's how that car got its name.
This is getting harder to lace the more that's in there.
Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear Jeff. You probably can, because he got his mic. Hopefully it's on.
It is.
Oh, in fact, since I have people in here listening, how is our audio quality? That would be wonderful to know, because we both are wearing microphones that are Bluetooth to our phone. So this is the original lens that was in that. This is actually a Ford Motor Company lens. This is original. You probably can't see the Fomoco logo in there. You know, English is good. But this is an original lens. These are both reproduction lenses. These are going in the back with the new cans. This one is original. It has been glued together, entertainingly enough, but it's all faded and horrible compared to these two. So these will let my lights shine through all nice.
So the previous owner replaced one of these. Now that we've cleaned up one and compared... Oh, well, that's dirty.
Yeah.
Okay. This is definitely the new one.
This is the new lens. This is the one that the previous owner had replaced.
Yeah. We bought a new lens.
English bad.
And then one of the bezels was really bad, and one was really nice, just a little dusty. And we found a, what is it, Scott Drake?
Yes.
Scott Drake reproduction still in its packaging in the trunk, so we've got both bezels.
Yep. And then, so here is the original wheel, leather wrapped indeed, because this is an A-code car. It's a 289 V8 high performance car. It's a leather wrapped steering wheel. It had this like Grant, like 14 or 15 inch wheel on it. If I compare these two by putting one on top of the other, you can see the difference. Driving this car with that small wheel is horrible, because no power steering, no power brakes. So I would much rather have the larger wheel, because it makes it so much easier to steer, especially when you're at a stop.
Yeah, trying to get that smaller wheel to crank
trying
around.
to get that smaller wheel to crank is so much harder. That's the reason why these older cars had larger wheels, is because no power steering, no power brakes. You needed the like fulcrum effect of the larger wheel. So in the last live that is like currently being uploaded, that I stopped because I thought I was actually uploading to the wrong channel, because I have two YouTube channels. I had prefaced that we had replaced the cans. Here are the new cans that will make our brake lights nice and bright. Pretty, 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 pretty. And the old cans are God knows where, somewhere in the yard, right here. So old and busted, gross and nasty and pitted and horrible. You can see that there. All nasty and horrible and gross. This one is not as nasty and horrible and gross, but still it's dented and horrible and not as shiny. And that kind of stuff is what helps people see that you are braking and helps them know you are stopping. And we are back to Jeff fishing wires.
Yeah, I've got one more, and it's getting harder and harder with each one, which makes sense because I'm getting less and less room.
So the intranet says we have 37 viewers, which is probably a little bit more than that, because Google has, or YouTube has no idea what it's doing.
I love how you said intra and not inter.
Indeed.
Intranet is local and like within a company.
Listen. Don't judge me.
Okay, wait. There it is. Last string. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, string? There you are. Oh, man. It's going to really suck if this final one won't go through.
Right.
So I'm getting to the point that I have to bounce a lot, pulling tension both ways, and get it to finally jump the gap. Oh, there it went.
There it is.
That's it. That is all 8 wires pulled through. Now I just need to cut them off and start wiring them into their sockets.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
The ends of these are replacements for the internals in a plastic multi-socket. Think like a older ATA power supply in a computer, or any situation where you plug plastic to plastic if there's a bunch of wires. Since you cannot feed that plastic assembly through, you get the internals. So I have to use a small pick, which I'm going to have to go find one. I think I know where there is one.
Yep. Backyard.
Yep. And I'm going to play on the internal until I compress the little lever that holds it together, pop it out, plug the new wire in.
Yep.
Should just snap in. I've got 3 different sockets I have to do that with.
Yep.
Yay.
Oh boy. This is the fun of car stuff that nobody ever shows you. We are very real here. We show you the ridiculousness and the crap that nobody else wants to show you. This is the crap where you're like, I don't want to do this because it sucks.
Right.
Like, that's how real we are here on Cars on the Fritz. Like,
that was a daunting task.
Yep. This right here, just to get the steering wheels working, because on early 60s Fords, your brake light switch and all that stuff, your turn signal switch and everything all runs through, your brake lights run through your turn signal switch. So if your brake lights are being weird, your turn signal switch is probably bad. And the turn signal switch we had, which we showed in the last live, which if you go back and watch, you can see that it was really, really bad.
See this? There's supposed to be one here. And then the whole housing or assembly is broken, so it was just doing this.
Exactly.
Plus, there are numerous electrical contacts in here.
Yep.
Because it interrupts the brake light to be a turn signal if you're on the brakes.
Yep.
But activates the brake light as a turn signal if you are not. So it's doing this weird logic circuit thing with all analog switches.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
Go for it. So Jeff is going to use the restroom, and we're working on this craziness. And
I'm sure you can keep babbling about it.
Oh, indeed I can. I am good at babbling. So here's the ridiculousness of our hood. I have, entertainingly enough, spent time polishing this bumper and the horse, even though you can't tell. You can tell I have spent time polishing this bumper. I have not spent time polishing the rear bumper. I have cleaned it off with glass cleaner. I haven't got a lot of polish out of the horse yet. It's cleaner than it was, but not a lot of polish. The bumper looks good, as it's nice and blinding and reflective, as you can see my ugly mug there taking video of you guys, which nobody wants. Hopefully, oh, he did remember to take off his mic. That's amazing. Because nobody wants to hear Jeff going to the bathroom. So, really, the biggest problems we have with the Mustang right now are, as you see the seats are reclined at a like gangster lean level, and there is an adjustment bolt that is missing in both seats. And so that has to be replaced, or the seats have to be repaired in order to make that work the way it's supposed to work. So we're missing that. We have to fix that so the seats aren't at such a gangster lean. I have cleaned off, entertainingly enough, this rear bumper. I have not hit it with my old ass bottle of Mother's Polish, which no longer even has a label, but it is a bottle of Mother's Polish, which I have used, which I did use on my 66 F100. So, doesn't even matter. Simple, easy. And all you do when you're polishing chrome is it's just a time thing. Take a nice microfiber cloth or the one that goes on a drill, and you just take your time. I know you guys get to see my ugly mug in the polish of the chrome. See?
Oh, yeah, keep polishing.
And I drop the rag. And you can see the wonderful dent that this rear bumper has, which is entertaining because this will have to get replaced because it's horrible.
And that isn't that cheap of a bumper.
Indeed, but I have found them for a couple $100.
I mean, I know parts for this car are cheap when it's like running gear parts or weird electrical parts.
They're not that bad.
Body panels, you're right.
They're not that bad. I found them online.
Shit, you bought a left rear quarter panel for Lily.
Well, yeah, but
how much was that?
CJ Pony parts, like $150, if that.
Yeah, for the fucking entire left rear skid.
Yep. So, microfiber cloth, a little bit of chrome polish, and you just spend your time. And you take your time to work your pits out of it, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Someone said, "Hey, Piggy." I'm not sure if that's a reference to something or not.
Hey, Piggy?
So if you want to enlighten me, if that's a reference to something, I'd be glad to respond in kind.
I'm not pants.
Right? Jeff says he is not wearing the pants, which he's not wrong. He's not wearing the pants. If you know that joke, you are a longtime follower, and we appreciate that.
Right?
So here we are. Me and my horrible, super outdated polish and the horrible paint on the Mustang, which most of you are probably seeing me polish chrome and being like, but look at the paint, it's horrible. I will have the paint done in a couple of months by a company of my choosing. I'm not quite sure yet what company, but there will be a company of my choosing that does the paint on this car. It will probably still become Wimbledon white if me and the wife come to the same consensus.
Oh, are you guys apart on that?
No, we're not.
Okay.
And then it will also get blue racing stripes.
GT stripes, motherfucker!
Yep. So, yeah. So, there's your chrome polish intro. Ooh, I could totally chrome polish the
you could try
gas cap, which needs repainting because it has no color left in it.
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be red on top and black on the bottom, right?
And then red, white, and blue in between.
Oh.
So, if you don't know that, this cap, red, white, and blue in here, there, and then I believe red on top and black on the bottom.
We could buy a repro, but
we can.
I bet you we can polish that up, and somebody in the house has a steady enough hand to do the acrylic paint.
Right?
Could be me, but I bet your wife would be better.
Right? I bet my wife would be better too.
Asshole.
You didn't disagree. So look at that. It almost looks like it belongs there. Look how pretty.
Oh, what, the switch in place?
Indeed. Look at that. It's amazing. Look at all that prettiness. Ooh, entertainingly enough, this car does have seat belts, lap belts only, as shoulder belts were not invented yet.
And without a B pillar, they're pretty much impossible.
They're really hard to install in these cars. I've looked into it.
Yeah, they attach in the... you have to have a roll cage, don't you?
No, you can actually attach them to the up here, but it's a bitch.
And that's not going to be structurally sound.
Well, you can, because the headliner, like, it stops right here.
Oh.
Like, you can, but it's a bitch.
Oh, and they'd be fucking terrible.
Oh, it's horrible.
Too high.
It's horrible.
Like, your Firebird sucks now that the loops have broken. We need to fix those.
I know. So, we do have new window regulators.
This one has been installed, but we have a crunchy problem through here.
Yep.
And CJ Pony Parts doesn't seem to have any kind of guides for this shit.
And a lot of that has to do with the fact that all of that is trash. Let's see if I can get that in the view.
Like, this regulator didn't even work. It's laying on the ground over there. It was shredded.
Yeah. It's
now,
right here.
I can actually roll the window up, but I have to hang on to it and wiggle as I go up because it binds.
Yeah, it binds
in
right
here.
there.
It'll get to about here and then start binding.
Yep. So, yeah, this is really my personal preference. And then, I know the wife is going to drive this car, so I want her to be as comfortable driving this car as she can be. So I would like the larger wheel because it makes it easier to turn.
Oh. There's a trim plate that goes over that.
Indeed.
Well, and that's why we're not really hardcore thinking about converting it to a 5-speed.
Right.
Because I want to convert it to a 5-speed.
Me too, but it would take also more time and more money.
Yeah. And then Amanda would prefer to drive an automatic. She can drive a manual. It's fine, but her preference,
Right.
And that's not a bad thing. My truck's an auto.
Right.
I actually wish I had the manual from that year because it was a T56.
Right.
Ah, damn it. Missed. So this entire assembly is actually really flimsy plastic.
Yep.
Can you hand me the shift arm?
I can. This is the shift arm that I polished when it came out because it was gross. Here it is.
It is way better.
Way
It's
better.
not beautiful.
Not perfect, but way better. And it screws right into here. Just in case you guys don't know, that's how your shift arm goes in, or your turn signal arm goes in.
Yeah, the shift lever is a little different.
Yeah. Don't judge me.
When am I not?
Exactly.
Oh. Chunky, clunky. Oh. I have to tip it to one side to be able to get to the screw.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that is so different from what you just had. Now
Right.
I just got to get that wired in.
Right. And I know this shadows and craziness aren't helping anybody. If you actually want to see what we're doing here. Because I know that a lot of people that are working on these cars want to see this stuff because there aren't a lot of videos on this.
So there's 3 Phillips screws holding in a retention plate. If you were watching a minute or two ago, you saw me put it in, but let me see the phone. That metal plate in on top of the blue plastic. The blue plastic is the replacement switch. And then we've got our new cam assembly. And we got all our wiring fished through the back. Now, the important factor here is we've got a nice, clunky, solid turn signal switch now. Previously, this thing flopped all over the place. And since the brake lights completely run through it, this was for sure the problem, and I probably should have started here. Also, a real fun thing is I actually do have the horn contacts this time, where the previous unit did not, and they interface with the wheel. We need the new center spring. It is missing, but I just won't hook up the horn to the chassis, but leave it hooked up here and just wait until we get the spring.
Yep.
Here's the phone.
Phone. So it looks like currently we have 33-ish viewers.
Cool.
And 3 likes. We appreciate all the views and all the likes. If all you wonderful viewers would like and sub to the channel, that would be wonderful. We truly appreciate it.
If we get enough subs.
Right. So, did everyone hear Jeff? He'll find a pair of Peppa Pig pants.
Peppa Pig pajama pants.
He'll go to wearing a. He'll go to wearing a pair of Peppa Pig pants, which, entertainingly enough, I found for Christmas and almost bought him, but didn't because I felt like he might have been slightly offended.
No, it would have been funny.
It would have been funny.
And if it, so I'm sure most of the people didn't see this live. Sorry about the backhoe driving by.
The backhoe and the trash truck that's trying to pick up our trash.
I have a pair of, for a while working on the Magnum, I was wearing pajama pants. Because, get out there early, didn't bother to change. And one day I was wearing Kirby, Nintendo character, pajama pants, and everyone thought they were Peppa Pig. And now it's a joke.
Yep. And a funny-ass joke at that.
All right, so unwinding these are a little bit fun, but it's working. I thought I was going to have to burn them off.
So what you have here is Jeff unwinding the fishing line.
Yeah, I hooked it into a piece of metal and tie a fishing hook. Except instead of truly knotting it, I under that piece of metal. As long as I kept tension on it, it held. And now I'm just pulling back until it lets go.
Yep. So we hooked fishing line to those, and now we're undoing it to get them through the steering column with the new turn signal assembly.
Yeah, this one knotted good.
Thank you so much for the 40 people we have. If I could see 40 plus likes and subs, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Look, fire. That always gets people excited.
Right. I'm not lighting the car on fire. We're too far into this.
Please do not. It was rather expensive.
You got it insured well.
That's not the point. I'm pretty sure if we light it on fire, that doesn't count.
Oh. What if it signs a release? It'll just say Ricky.
Sure. I'm not sure the car is allowed to sign a release saying it's okay with being lit on fire.
You think car couldn't sign a release?
Car could most definitely sign a release, but it is not insured in the same way.
All right. So, what I did previously, because I wasn't sure if the wiring was going to match up, but it does, I cut this out at the switch end and tore it out through. So now I just need to disconnect it one terminal or one connector at a time and start rebuilding the connectors. Take the wires out of the connector and put the correct corresponding wire into it. In a moment.
Yep. Sounds wonderful. Oop.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go find that pick.
Boo.
I wish we would have. I wish I would have not been working on this without you a few times.
I know.
Because, like, the can cutting, you know, actual, like, deep inspection of the engine. On video.
I know we should have. But that's part of the problem with all this insanity is, you know, making it happen on video is really hard sometimes. And
Right.
I feel like I've been so unavailable with all this shit going on.
So, how much were those high back Fox body seats?
It depends. So that's been one of the arguments with this. Low back buckets, like what come in the Mustangs, are very dangerous if you get in a collision.
Okay, that rear assembly is collapsed.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it here. These seats have a wicked gangster lean. Even the passenger seat has a bit of a gangster lean. Not as bad as the driver's seat. It seems like someone that weighed a considerable amount sat in these seats for a large period of time. And they have a gangster lean. It should not be sitting that far back. It should actually be sitting somewhere around here.
With the back of the seat higher.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So they either need to get rebuilt or replaced. I've been highly considering putting in high back buckets, even though they don't match the generation of the car. But they provide you the safety that if you get in a collision, it protects your neck.
It actually has a headrest, and
I would like that personally.
Yeah.
As someone that will be driving this car all the fucking time, because awesome. Let me tell you guys, when I start getting driving video of this car, you guys are gonna blow your fucking mind. Like
yeah, it's relatively beefy.
This thing fucking rolls. Like it's
not a top speed car. It's not built for it, but it's quick.
It's got a cam, we believe.
Oh, I'm certain. I can hear the lope.
Damn it. Fucking rock. Listen, I'm getting tripped by stuff in my yard. It's got a cam in it. I'm entertained by that.
It's got a cam in it.
It's got a cam in it, and it really moves. Like it moves.
So it's got a what is it? An 8.8?
So it has an 88 rear end
with 355 gearing,
355 gears, and
a posi locker,
and a posi locker in the rear end.
So it sounds like a Milwaukee ratchet when going around a corner at a low speed. Apparently, they just do that. I thought that was a problem. I thought something was broken. I opened the whole rear end and fixed it.
Completely rebuilt this rear end.
Aha! It's gonna get me in the freaking ribs again. So shit, too bad that wasn't on video.
Right, Jeff racked himself in the ribs with the wing window.
I reached for something on the hood and didn't realize the wing window was there and just kind of...
It was amazing. I wish I had that on video.
Oh, that hurt more than... It still hurts, actually.
Yeah. So we really appreciate all you 30-ish people being here. It's been a while since I've been able to make content like this. I'm super busy. I work a lot, and it's hard to get away and make content like this.
Okay. What do we got?
Plus, I have to take my phone out of its case, and that's terrifying.
Right? The microphone thing doesn't fit when your case is on there.
Yeah. So we actually use mics, which we really like. Hopefully you guys can hear us okay. Oh, now you get Jeff upside down and backwards.
Well, I have to see what I'm doing. Ow, this is hell on my back. Fuck off, B.
You aren't sweet. It wants nothing to do with you.
Okay. I'm going to attack that from a different angle.
I'm sure it appreciates that.
All right. I hope you're filming the back of my head and not my butt crack.
No, I totally got some butt crack.
You asshole.
No, it's you, asshole.
No, the asshole's a bit lower than that. Fucker.
This is the type of entertainment you come here for, right?
It's not my fault. I lost a lot of weight. I don't have a butt anymore. Okay. Come on. Come apart. Come on, girl. I know it's been a long time.